welcome to Munchin' Movies. I'm Scott.
I'm Sam.
And today we're munching up some Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 3. Alright, let's get into it.
Okay.
Alright. What's first?
Okay, so luckily they do Dany and Jon Snow right at the very beginning, which is exciting because obviously that's what everybody's wanted from the beginning!
Yeah, this episode is jammed-packed full of, like, everything you've always wanted. So
pretty much.
So right from the very beginning, you're like, you know, Jon meets Daenerys, and so it's like, please let this go right. Please let this go right. And
but they're both so stubborn, and they're both pig-headed, and so naturally they butt heads right off the bat.
And I can't. So I blame Jon, and I think you were blaming Daenerys, right?
She was being kind of a bitch.
I think, and maybe this is not right, but I think Jon had the most to gain from that result being good. Daenerys really didn't have as much to gain from the situation. So when Jon came to her and was like, I'm not going to kneel down, and it's like, okay, you're not going to kneel down. And yeah, and your dad killed all of my dad's friends. It's like, okay, first off, you're just a bastard. Like, not to be mean, but like, that's how they assumed it. Like, you're the bastard, so why do you care that my dad killed your dad's friends or whatever? But it's like, that being aside, both of them are not technically bastards,
Jon
but
can't trust her yet.
Look at them both
Can't you see that?
Look at them both as like they don't have any connections to their families. Fine, they've both had the same life where they've come up from nothing to now they're both kings and queens of their own respectable restraint. And it's like, and the only thing he needs though is he knows he needs the dragon glass. He knows he needs it, and his people are you know, relying on it. So in that case, I think he should have knelt towards Daenerys.
I'm glad he didn't, because he made a stand. And luckily it worked out, because obviously they both realized, okay, we're not going to get anywhere unless we work together. And she may have come off as kind of bitchy, but at least she realized, hey, the dragon glass means nothing to me as long as that means I get your knee at some point. So, huzzah for that.
Yeah, it ended up being okay. Okay.
Sansa and Bran.
Okay, so this is actually really funny because Sam was sitting next to me, and they get ready for someone to come in, and she's like, Arya.
I really thought it was gonna be Arya.
And I'm
that's
like,
okay.
calm down. She's like smacking me, Arya, and then all of a sudden, they open up, and she's like, oh, Bran, and I'm like, okay, calm down.
The Starks have been. They needed to come together. It was beautiful.
They needed to come together. This is Sam's geek out point.
Yeah.
I think it was cool. I think it was funny. Just in the same way as when Jon was explaining the Ice Walkers to Daenerys, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like someone saying like ghosts exist. It's the same thing as when Bran was like, "Yeah,
I'm the three-eyed
raven," and she's like,
"What?
the heck are you talking about?" He's like, "It's a long story. Let's just not go into it."
I know. Let's not go into it. Well, and I don't know. I know he was trying to prove that he can see things, and that's why he brought up the wedding thing. But why would he do that? He knew that would be a sore point for her, and she was like, "Okay, I'm done with this conversation. Bye." Just saying. But anyway, but Bran did say that he can't wait for Jon to come back because he has something to talk to him about.
Yep, and hopefully that's telling him that he's actually
a Targaryen. Yee!
Okay.
Okay, enough on that. Okay, so Cersei. and Euron and that whole thing. He brings Elaria.
Yeah, this was an amazing moment. I actually think this, in my head, when I was watching this, the way that Cersei is kind of putting things, yes, Euron actually paid off with what he said he was going to do, which we kind of assumed he would.
But we didn't actually think she was going to agree to marry him, but she gave a caveat to
and
that.
She does. But then she says, we need to finish the war, though, first, before I'm going to, marry you. But doesn't that put Jaime in a precarious position?
It's awkward.
And didn't you notice that Euron was visually in between Jaime and Cersei? I thought that was fun, a little visual.
And the fact that he was taunting Jaime.
I'm pretty sure he was between them.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was on the inside and Jaime was on the outside.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, yes.
That being said, I don't think that it's going to be just right away there's going to be a rift between them, but I think in the final battles with Jaime, I think that's going to come into play where he's going to be like, I loved you. You're my wife's sister. I can't believe you.
My wife's sister.
I can't believe you're doing this to me, wife's sister.
That sounds so awkward. But anyway, so
then she takes down into the dungeons and
Cersei-
shows her final.
Okay, so Cersei, I can't blame her. Every time she basically took out Ilaria, not by killing her, but by doing the same thing she did to her by poisoning her daughter with the same
Yeah.
thing. So that was justice. I agree. Even though it was crappy and you're like, crap, honestly, I can't blame her for that.
And then what happened?
Okay, so Sam and Jorah.
Sam and Jorah. Yeah, real quick. Sam cured Jorah. I know sounds like we're going quickly, but this is how it is. It was amazing. It's awesome. He finally got some recognition from the Citadel saying, like, hey, you're doing some awesome things.
And now Jorah can go back to Dany.
Yeah. Although those kind of good things are that he gets more work. Which he's like,
But I think this is a good step forward for him.
Yeah, it was some recognition, and he felt so downtrodden, I think. So
Yeah.
it's finally good to see him getting something and also saving some people. Okay, onward to...
Okay, so Tyrion has this grand plan for Casterly Rock, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was epically awesome.
Smuggling Daenerys' armies through his, like, slut tunnels underneath the city.
I know, it's
and,
so funny.
like, they have all these schemes. It's like, oh my gosh, like, Tyrion's, like, totally
He is
badass. He's
on
got
this,
stuff
yeah.
in there. Since I was a child, I did all these things. And it's like, oh gosh, wow, Tyrion, you're pretty amazing. Then, you turn around, and you see that Euron's ships are destroying their ships out in the ocean.
Yeah, Wormtongue. What's his name? Whatever his name
Yeah.
is. Anyway, yes. And you're like,
Yeah, Wormtongue.
crap.
And he's turning around, and he's like,
And
where
he
are the Lannisters? Where are the Lannisters?
Well,
and then
he realizes not all of the Lannisters are there, and he's like, this isn't right. Why is this the way it is? Turns out, all the Lannisters are clever, including Jaime.
He's learned from some of the mistakes that he's made, especially with Robb, and he turned tail, ran to their other, to where was the... Highguard.
The Tyrells.
To take that castle, considering that Castle Rock, it doesn't actually help him right now.
Exactly, so
which-
it's very strategic on his part.
Which
So-
is like, this all unfolds in the last 10 minutes, and you're like, oh my gosh, all this. But the best part is for last. Basically, Jaime confronts, what's her name?
Lady Tyrell,
Lady Tyrell.
Olenna,
Yeah.
Lady Tyrell. Holy crap, it has to be like one of my favorite scenes ever. Ever. She is fabulous! Anyway, go ahead.
It was a really great scene. Basically, where she plays her cards so well, even though she's backed into a complete corner. She's like, well, what are you going to do? What are your plans? How are you going to kill me? Blah, blah, blah. And then Jaime's like, well, Cersei wanted you to do this and this and that, and she wanted you to really feel the pain. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? He's like, I talked her out of it, and I'm just going to poison you. And she's like, okay. Chugs it.
It's like, as long as it doesn't hurt, sure. And she does. She just chugs it. But the reason why she's so awesome is because she knew she was going to die, but she was going to have the effing last word. And she did.
And I think for people to understand this, hopefully you've always seen all of the other series, but if you don't understand this, technically, her killing Joffrey and blaming it on Tyrion was actually like the beginnings of their entire downfall. Their whole family unraveled because of that one moment, and that one moment was caused by her. And she says, I'm glad you didn't do that to me because that was an awful death, and I didn't know how bad that poison was actually going to affect him. And I thought they were going to do the poison, but I'm like, oh wait, they don't know. And then Jaime sees, and on his face, I thought he was just going to, like, cut her in half. Like,
I know,
just
right?
Take his sword and chop her head off.
That moment he realized it was her and not Tyrion,
And he just can't do anything because it's like, he's realizing...
she's dead anyway.
She blamed... Cersei blamed Tyrion for killing Joffrey.
And that's why the dad is dead. That's why Morella, the daughter, Marcella.
Yeah, so that's why the mountain had to fend for Tyrion's honor
And smash
Oberyn's head, and then Oberyn's family had to kill Cersei's daughter, and then
She
the
just
son
created
died
this
because of all this.
domino effect,
And
yeah.
everything happened because that one
of
event.
this woman, and she had the last word. I love her. I love her. She is such a badass. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for watching. We've had a lot of fun. This episode was amazing.
All right, bye.
Bye.